Hi everyone, it's Kristi. I am back today with working on the pages of the old MacDonald Had a Farm. Um, Remember I was talking to you about the glue beading up. I don't know if you can see that or not, but where I haven't laid it flat, it's really hard. Oh, actually it's bubbly, but there's hard places in here, like right here. So I think I'm probably going to put a piece of lace uh, over that. It's really smooth everywhere else except on the front, so I think I'm going to put a piece of lace on there. But anyway, yeah, I've been working on the signatures, as you can see. The spine turned out really nice. So, like I said, when you dry it flat, you have a better result. But anyway, I wanted to show you what I've got here. A little bit of excess glue that I can get right off with a baby wipe. And some of it just scratches right off. But I think I'm also going to be putting some trim on the insides here on both sides. So, and that will mostly be covered up once the signatures are in. But I've got two signatures here. I'm using the kit from my old barn door, which is called Autumn Farms, and I put together my signatures. I've done a little work on the first. I finished the first signature. I've got my pages in here, the dictionary, coffee dye. Excuse me. I've got a couple of well, I've got one craft envelope, and this one happens to have a flap where all I did was fold it this way and just take just about a 1/16 of an inch off from here and then go to the corner. And then they have individual flaps for each side. And I decided to fold the flaps out instead of in this time, just to change it up. I've got this paper. When I did the cutting, I goofed up, and I was going to use these cutoffs for the envelope portion of the tuck-in, but I cannot see the measurements on my cutter, and I always am doing 5 instead of 6 or 6 instead of 5 because they look identical. So I think I'm going to have to replace my cutter as much as I like it. So if you have any recommendations for an inexpensive cutters, I've been using Fiskars for years, but I'm getting old and I don't see as well as I used to. So anyway, but I love this. It reminds me of old country wallpaper. So there we've got another designer page. Here's one of the tip ends, the book page, the kids book. I've got some coffee dyed paper. This is from the heirloom stack. That's the name I can never remember. I left it out this time. It's the heirloom stack by DCWV. And I believe there were 180 in that stack. It just seems to multiply. I've used it on so many projects, and this looks upside down. Something? Yeah. Sometimes you can't tell till you read the numbers on the music. Another page from Diane's kit. A ledger page. I'm not sure where that came from. It might have come from the heirloom stack. Another one of the book pages and coffee dyed paper. I've got a smaller coffee dyed envelope. Here's our fence posts, and then I decided on this page for the middle. And so on this side you'll see the same thing. Some of the tuck-ins are on the right, some are on the left. I was trying to be a little bit balanced, so so I didn't have them all on the right side. So I think that'll be nice. And the one thing you have to remember when you're putting these in is not to put it in here thinking that this is the in-between. You want to put it here where that fold is, but I'll show you what I'm talking about. We're going to do a couple of these together. So that's the first signature done. well, begun. So here's the second signature. I don't necessarily need that at the moment. What I need are these. These are the pages. Now, I have scored, I'm just going to take the top one here. I have scored these at 5 3/4, I believe. Yes, 5 3/4 here. And I did back, front, back. This one's going to go to the front, which is kind of nice on account of that song is on the back. So this one will be folded this way, and that tip-in will be before this page. So now what I've done is go ahead, get the lid off my glue. I go ahead and just kind of glue in between here. It just makes it a little sturdier and a little easy. It doesn't keep popping open, but yeah, just get that together a little bit. A little bit too much glue. Okay, so that's what we want to see right there. This is going to be the middle where you're sewing in, and that extra piece is just a flipper. It can go either way. But what we are going to do, I'm trying to get all the glue off here. What we want to do is make a little pocket here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this piece on here. I hope you can see what I'm doing. Just on this little flip. I don't need that much there. Okay, so I'm gonna rub the glue off real quick. Okay, I'm gonna lay this in here, and I want to make sure that I'm about, gosh, a 32nd of an inch away. I want to make sure that that can fold this way without any problems. Okay, and anything that is not exactly perfect on here, because sometimes my cutter's off from what my ruler says. This is supposed to be 7 7/8 inches high, but yeah, that's not always identical. Okay, so I've got that glued there. Now we want to take, and on the other side, I'm gonna see which way I did the music so I can, I guess it doesn't really matter. I'm going to put this one on this side, and I'm going to glue here and up the sides and make a pocket. And what's going to go in there is an index card. So basically this is going to end up being an extra journaling pocket slash spot. So I'm going to put glue here. And on the side. Now, what I like to do when I'm lining it up is to make sure I line up this side over here. And the reason that I do that is because this is going to be on the part you handle, it's going to be on the part that shows. This is going to be over on this side in the signature, in the fold, in the middle of the book. So if it's a little crooked, it's not going to matter as much. So I kind of line it up on this side, just like that. That down. And you can see that one didn't go over quite as much, so but we can ink in there or not, because like I said, it's not going to show. It's going to be in the middle of the signature. So this goes up this way, and basically I've done this one so that the tuck is in, or the pocket's in the front. The next one we will fold back and the pocket will be in the back. I hope that's not too confusing. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the signature so you can see, and I want to put it right here. So your instinct is to put this here, but it's not. It's in between here because we want to keep the story intact the way it goes. And this is actually the middle of the page. We just folded that piece over. So that will go there. And we'll go ahead and do another one. Now the next one, because we did that one to the front, this one will go to the back. This is the one I had a hard time folding for some reason. Okay. So again, I'm going to put a little bit of glue in the middle there. And like I said, I've made the pages 5 3/4. 6 is too much. You could do 5 1/2, but 5 3/4 seems to work. I may trim them down to that 5 1/2. I haven't decided. It depends. I want to put lace on the designer pages. So if I put lace on the designer pages, then these won't stick out so much. You can see on here how, well, I'll show you this way. If I can get it out. You can see on here how much these actual book pages stick out. So I may go back and trim off just 1/4 of an inch on there. And then, because most everything else I did at 11 inches folded in half would be 5 1/2 inches. So, okay, so that's glued. Now I want to apply some glue. These pictures are so cute. I love the animals in here. Okay. This is from another collection I have called Country Life, and it is also a DCWV stack, and that's what I made my chicken book out of. I had a few pieces left that I thought would work in here. In fact, somewhere in my stash I've got some tickets and tags and things already cut out that I can also use, so that'll be nice. Okay, now I'll take this piece, glue on here. Can't quite see at that angle. Let me just go down the side here. I'm using tacky glue because it dries a little different than the clear gel, and I think it'll work better for this purpose. Okay, so I want to, I'm going to open that up. I want to line up these, make sure I got glue all the way to the end here. Line up these corners. There again, lining up this because it's on the outside of the book, and this is going to be in the middle, not as noticeable if it's crooked. There we go. Just like that. This one looks a little crooked, but I think I can trim up that top part. It'll be okay. So we want to put this, the next one. There we go, and then we've got one more. And this one is going to go to the front this way. Okay. So, oh, let me glue a little bit in the middle. I didn't do that before, and I found that as I was moving them around, they would come open a little bit, and that's why I'm just gluing that down while I was. You don't have to do this part, but I just find it a little bit easier to work with if it stays in place. Stays where I put it. Okay. So, I want to do this. Oh, that horse is so pretty. Okay, so I've got this paper here. This is also from the heirloom stack. I'm going to go ahead and fold that over so I can make sure that's straight on the edges here. This paper is a little thinner, so the wet glue wants to warp. I think we're okay. Okay, open that up, and I want to do the other side. Okay, these numbers go this way. Okay. And like I said, I'm just going to put some 4x6 index cards in here, and I usually run a little lace across the top of those. I am going to do sewing in this book because I really I like to alternate. Some books have sewing, some don't, but my sewing machine is in the other room, so it's not accessible. My little craft area here is in my bedroom, and just not enough room for everything. So my sewing machine is actually in my dining room. So, okay. It seemed to go over a little bit. See that one? I'm going to have to trim off a little bit. I want to make sure that that folds over easily so you can see up here where it's off. So I will just trim that off when it's dry. No biggie. It's just paper. Okay. Okay, so that one is, was that on the back? Oh, that one went toward the front. Okay, so this is the last one that we're going to be putting. Let me put lid on the glue. Okay, so that's the wrong side. I think I'm going to put that one right here. I tried to be consistent and put them in the same places in both books, so. Alright, so now you can see that this one has the tip in the front, and it just looks like a separate page. You wouldn't even necessarily, once it's sewn in, you're not going to notice that it's even attached to these. And the story's intact. All the pages are in order. And I've done, like I said, I've alternated the front and the back. So that's the last one. Where was that other one? Did I miss it? Oh, okay. When it's in the back, it ends it up on the other side of the fold, and when it's in the front, it's on the front side of the fold. So, yeah. So anyway, yeah, you can see how those hang over. I think I'm going to go along and and do maybe a 1/4 inch trim on those, and then they'll all be similar size. So anyway, that's just another way to keep them inside the size of the cover, so you don't have to extend the cover to make the pages fit. Oh, and I wanted to mention, I said I just cut off the covers, and then if you cut off the covers just straight through, you're going to cut through the pages. What I did was I opened it and I cut carefully through where the bend is in the book before you get to the 1/2 inch piece of chipboard, and that is where the pages are stapled. So I carefully cut off the front cover, carefully cut off the back cover, and then I was stuck with the pages stapled to 2 1/2 inch pieces of chipboard. And then I just took a screwdriver, went in between, and pried them loose and pulled them out. So not too difficult, but yeah. This is going to be cute. I'm excited about this. So let's see. This is the first signature, the second one, and I haven't even added anything, and it's already level. So this one's going to be a little chunky, but not too much, just right. So it's always good to have a little bit of, and I can still push it down. I'm thinking about doing a hitch post, but I'm going to make it from some of my scrapbook supplies if I can find them. The little posts that extend your old scrapbooks fit in here, and then I can glue a pearl or a rhinestone or something to the top and decorate it. Then I don't have to go and buy any Tim Holtz. I don't want to have to buy anything else. So I'm trying to use what I have on hand. So anyway, oh, let me show you how this works here. There's one, and then these will fit perfect in there. And once I get the lace, I usually line the lace up on the pink line, and so they fit in there perfectly. So that'll be great, and extra journaling is always good. So anyway, I had something else I was going to say, but it eludes me. So next time we will probably start working on things that are that I want to sew in. So I'll do the trim and the belly bands and the pockets and things like that. And I need to cut out all the ephemera and sew around that, and then I'll be back. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.